Brandon, hey, David Olkowetsky with Artisan Revere. Thank you very much for your order. These are your 3 knives right here. Just going to do our standard QC inspection process. Before I do, I always just run the knives through this piece of leather, which is loaded with chrome oxide. Just as a nice little finish. Okay, here we go. Just making sure that the knife is sharp all the way through. Magazine paper makes a really good test. And there's your paring knife. Okay, perfect. Let's clean this up a little bit. Okay, let's jump into the rest of the inspection. I'm going to check to make sure that these pins are fully flush with the handle. They are, or excuse me, the screws, not pins. I'm checking to make sure there's no gaps between the blue rich light, the red G10, and the tang. There aren't any. I'm feeling the front of the handle, make sure it's nice and soft. This area right here is called the choil. We like to make sure that's nice and softened as well. Doing the same thing for the spine. They're really good. Okay, checking the edge grind visually, make sure it's nice and even. Perfect. And then running it through my fingernail just as a final check on edge sharpness. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on your small petty knife. Although I'm not gonna call everything out just because you've already heard me do it. Perfect. And the small paring, or the paring knife, excuse me. Good, good. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, those are your 3 knives. Let's do a little bit of education. I like to store my knives on a magnet. I prefer these magnets that are covered with wood. Inside they're neodymium magnets, which are really, really powerful. So you put the knife on spine first and then rotate it on like that. Again, knife on spine first, rotate it and pull it off, edge off like that. The other way that I recommend storing your knives is in the leather sheaths. When you do so, make sure you put the knife in tip first and then rotate it so that the spine, that's the top of the knife, is sliding in, and you're gonna slide it in. Just make sure you match up the AR and the AR, because you can't, some people have put it in backwards. I haven't heard of anybody slicing through, but there are 2 reasons that you want to put it in this way. Number 1, it's not going to fall out because the top of the leather sheath is thinner than the bottom. And the reason the bottom is thicker is because there is an extra piece of leather there called a leather welt, and that's going to prevent you from slicing through. So that's the second reason to store it like that. Before I ship them, all your knives, I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to apply a little bit of food grade mineral oil, and then I'm going to pop in the box. There is a little black booklet in here, so please make sure you have a look at that. It just goes over the care instructions and a few other things as well. Thanks again, appreciate it. Cheers.